That's how I get down. It's gonna get nasty.
Where's the security? Where's ours? I did it. Julie, get your ass over here. Come on.
So welcome to Oakland, baby.
What's up, what's up, what's up, and welcome back to episode 8 of My 2 Cents. I am Miss O, and she is
Charisma.
And today we are giving our 2 cents on the final episode of Baddies West. And let me just say, it went off with shots fired, literally. Okay, so we first start this episode off with a continuation of the Rumble in the Jungle. All you see is pink and blue tracks everywhere and ta-ta. So, do we believe Tommy's version of what went down?
All I see is this hoe just keep pulling my hair. So I take her hand. This hoe probably got some work in on me. I took her hand and I snapped her motherfucking pinky. And if I had a great motherfucking tackle on her, I would have ripped her motherfucking eyeballs out of her socket. That's how I get down. It's gonna get nasty.
Or do we believe Stunner's version?
Her version of what?
Of what went down? Tommy was like, her tell her she got it in.
She a joke. Nah, she said she might have got some on her. No,
might have, woulda, shoulda, but no.
She know dang well Stunner got the best of her this time.
Punching that bitch all in her motherfucking shit, all in her face, had her on the motherfucking couch.
That's why I said last episode we had, said we ain't see the full fight. It was looking like Tommy was giving it to her, but at the end, Stunner had her up in the corner, shirtless, wigless, fighting for dear life. That just was funny.
Yeah, she worked Tommy over.
Right, because Tommy thought she was gonna just sneak in and get Stunner when the security had her, but like Stunner said, her friend came in and started giving it to her like, oh, you think you gonna set this up and you think you about to just get off like, nah.
I know my bitch went to go get Tommy bitch ass like, ho, you thought you was finna stand there and order a hit on me and leave this motherfucker untouched?
Right. You getting touched too.
And Tommy made the comment that she grabbed Stunner's finger,
her pinky,
snapped that hole. But I don't recall seeing Stunner with a pinky cast or a broken finger. I don't even remember Stunner having a broken finger.
Security get on me, they holding my hands. I will not let this bitch go for dear life. Like I was so motherfucking mad they was holding my hands.
Whose version of the fight do we believe? You know, if you look at the video, if you believe what your eyes see, Tommy got worked over.
You can't size up with me, ho, and you got size down. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and then like Stunner said, security was holding her hands back too. But you know what? Also, I noticed Tommy confessed. She pretty much confessed to them setting Stunner up.
Oh,
she said okay. She already had in her head in her confession. She was like, she knew that they was out there looking for her.
We ain't finna wait for no bitch to hit us. Bitch, you outside. You outside for us, and we know that. So, bitch, you got it.
Pretty much brought her people to make sure they was gonna hit her first. She said, "We ain't about to wait for y'all to attack us. We're gonna get y'all first."
Last time you actually see a full body picture of Stunner was it actually in last week's episode? Because I don't really see too much of her. I just see blue hair in this week's episode to really see how she looked. You know, if the wig was gone, if the fingernails was broken, the little rhinestones was missing, you didn't get a chance to see any of that.
But if you're like me and you keep up with the tea after the show, I saw what happened. More footage was dropped, of course, and you really ain't see no more Stunner after the show because her people came. Her boyfriend was there, so her best friend and her people was there. And when Stunner made a comment in her confession, said they got outside and they start punching me from the front and the back.
Gas partners, bitches is hitting me from the back, the front. Like, why you bitches can't never see me one-on-one?
Again. So they started jumping her again. So her boyfriend, it's clear in the video. This is not alleged. It's clear in the video. He jumped into the fight and pulled the blicky out.
This is not the bad girl video. This is a video that's circulating on the internet.
Right, they didn't show this on the
about.
show.
Okay.
This is what you gotta. They start dropping the footage. People have footage after, and her boyfriend pulled the blicky out, and you hear the gunshots and the things. So you put 2 and 2 together. Tommy start changing her tune.
Crazy. You get what I'm saying? Imagine if somebody lost their life out there.
Like, she no longer a gangster. She went from, what if somebody would have died? But you talking about I snapped the finger, gouge your eye out.
Right.
And it get like that. Like, girl, you right, it get like that. Like,
right. That part right there made me see, like, okay, Tommy, you fake. Because you was straight gangster up until the point where they pulled the guns out. Then you tell myself, well, somebody would have lost their life.
Right.
Okay, but if you gangster, you don't care. You about that life. Clearly, Stunner was about that life.
I believe her sister the one that stunned a boyfriend punch. I'm not sure, but I know it's the person that had the black jumpsuit and the Timbs. If that was her sister, a stunned boyfriend punched their head right into that truck. But that's because she ran up on Stunner again, and Stunner wig was off. Outside. This was all outside. Okay. And Stunner wig was off because she had a hood on. So and you can't really see no blue hair no more. So it got snatched.
All right. So there was a lot going on, and I don't like the fact that Zeus blurred most of the fight out. Yeah. You couldn't really make out who was doing what and what was going on because I think they intentionally made that whole fight a big blur inside the building. So you really had to kind of lean in, put it on slow motion and pause to see what was really going on. But from what I can see, when they did clear it up, Tommy got the business twice.
Okay, so in the next scene, we see they leave the parking lot to the bus, and it went from shooting in the parking lot to blows on the bus.
Stop it! You're not the one right now, bitch! Stop! You're not the one right now, bitch! Stop! I'm not the one right now, bitch! Stop! You better shut the fuck up! Back up, bitch! You gotta back up! Let her go! Don't do that! Okay, Natalie, watch out! I fucking forgot.
So, do you think everybody was doing the most on the bus? You know, we went from Rolly, asthma attack, panic attack, fighting stun a friend, cat yelling at the bus driver.
Yeah, there was definitely a whole lot going on that bus. A lot of stuff to me was unnecessary.
I agree.
It was kind of like, let me get my last 2 minutes of fame type of thing going on. From, like you say, we see Rolly, you know, she's passed out. Damn near.
Okay, just breathe. Just breathe,
I honestly was terrified. I had a panic attack and I had an asthma attack, and everybody's trying to calm me down. I couldn't even puff my inhaler because I was breathing so hard. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I felt like I was about to pass out, and I collapsed when I got on the bus.
She can't make it type of thing. They bring her back to life on the bus, and then from there, like I said, I don't even know why Stunner Girl, friend, assistant, homegirl, whatever she was, why was she even on the bus? Because Stunner Girl was nowhere around. So why are you doing it?
An assistant.
Hey, I ain't no assistant.
She said your rap kid. Yeah, what's up? Me, Rolly.
They got me trapped up
Me,
on the
Rolly,
okay. Need to air something out.
We gonna walk you off. Come on.
Personally, I would have thought to myself that I got jumped because there's too many fights going on, and the center of the attention is Stunner Girl. So if you're on Stunner Girl's crew, you should have your guard up. So why the hell are you on the bus full of chicks that could possibly want to jump on you? Maybe she was hiding in Rolly's bed. We didn't think about that. Maybe that's why she was on the bus.
I told you see her coming out the bathroom. She probably was hiding in the bathroom.
On the bus?
Yeah, you could see her on the bus coming out the bathroom.
She was hiding on the bus. That was Stunner Girl's girl.
Right, and to me it was just so funny. Rolly went from panic attack, asthma attack to whoop, ready to fight. Get off the bed, start throwing it. Talk about, so y'all had to punch her and beat her in her face.
So I had to bust this bitch in her fucking face so she didn't know who the fuck she talking to and who the fuck she fucking with on the Baddies bus. Bitch, I'm not that one to play with.
But her wig is missing.
Gone. It's her favorite style. Got her looking like Luther Vandross. That's what she always
Right. And here's the thing. We didn't even see that fight. So we don't know what went down. All we got to do is take Roly Poly's word that she got it in. But say Roly Poly walked away with a little afro. Homegirl still got her wig in her hat.
Roly rolled onto that bed right after that fight. That joke was so funny.
Took a nap.
Doop, doop, doop. She said, get out my way. Rolled over. That joke had me cracking up.
Right. It was a lot going on.
And then on top of that, Natalie was doing the most. She did not have to kick that girl in the face. She just wanted to be a part of that.
Right. Natalie has to always show that she's the hardest, that she's the baddest, she's the roughest, she's the toughest.
Rolly, fuck that hoe. Rolly, fuck that bitch.
Ain't nothing going down. Stop it.
We was good, bitch.
Everybody, don't walk around. Ain't worry about your
No, you play with me and Rolly. Yeah, fuck that bitch.
$600 hat at, man. Scotty,
We ain't giving
You
you
got to jump in every time just to prove something. And the thing is, Natalie, no, if it was ever a one-on-one, no security guards, just her and somebody from the streets, her has to get mopped. So she just fake.
And then she lied.
She's fake 7 days a week.
And she lied because when she called, or when Stunner called her, she called Stunner. She said, clear as day on the phone. My friend said you jumped in on the fight. She said, I ain't jump on the fight. I got the footage. Yes, that's why I'm like, Natalie is fake. And then she was like, oh, no. But before you got to on the phone with Stunner, you talking about something. Yeah, I kicked her in her face, bro. Yeah, I kicked her. I don't care. I kicked her in her face. Yeah. Why you lying now?
I was trying to hype up their last 5 minutes to make everybody look like they were more important than they really were. Maybe this is your last chance to get on the next season, so do the most type thing.
That's how I felt about Kat. Because all that yelling was like, it was unnecessary.
You don't need me to drive this bitch. Because what the fuck is the problem? Let's go. Let's fucking
First and foremost, if I will say this, I did notice the girl said, she said one comment that probably shook the whole staff. She was Stunning friend or whoever, her friend's sister. Okay. She said, I'm ready to air this bus out.
What's up? Me, Rolly.
Bus, they got me trapped up
Me,
on this
Rolly,
motherfucker.
and
Need to air something out.
So when she said that, that's when I feel like everybody got all frantic, the staff and the girls, and that's why they was pushing to the mail like, oh my God, we gotta go. But if Zeus already worked out with the girl, they're going to get an Uber for her. Why are y'all still hyped up on the bus? Obviously, they came to some understanding where she's going to calm down. Now, on top of that, the girl probably not hearing what's being said on the bus, but she hears that it's chaos. And it don't take somebody to put two and two together. Like, okay, you're naturally going to think, they on the bus trying to talk, or they trying to come out here, they trying to do this, that, or another, doing the most.
They should have just pulled off, I think. But why were they still sitting there? Or were you waiting on Stunner? Because if you waiting on Stunner, she was going to air it out.
And with them waiting on her too, it made me feel like maybe that girl been around her before, because off the scene they said they be having Tommy used to fly her sister out, or ain't no telling.
I get that vibe. I get the vibe of the feeling that whoever that girl was that was on the bus, she does ride with them quite often, or rode with them, period. And that's why they were concerned about getting her a ride to wherever she was getting ready to go, not just leaving her stranded. Yeah, that was the bus scene. Okay, so the last part of the episode, they end up taking a little vacay, and they're on the island, and Natalie is asking the three young ladies that she took with her to the island, Roly Poly, London, and Scotty with the body. So she's pretty much going down the line and kind of like asking them what their opinion was about the other young ladies, and I'm using that loosely, who were on the show. How does she feel about it?
For the safety of everybody, no. I don't think they should come. They do outside shit more than inside shit. This is where you make your money. You don't shit where you eat. You know what I'm saying? So no, they don't deserve this.
They don't, look at this. No, we couldn't bring them. We could not bring the drama with us down here. Yeah. Like we could not.
My question to you is, who was your favorite bad girl this season?
My favorite bad girl was Stunner, of course.
This Stunner girl, you know what the fuck going on?
Of course. I just feel like, especially when you have majority of the house coming against you and you got to fight every day and you still hold your ground, You gotta commend that. You gotta commend that.
No.
And then on top of that, like I said, she's one of the youngest people in there.
How old is she?
She's 24.
Okay.
24, 25. Everybody else 30 plus, and they all coming for her.
And it shows. No.
Right, it shows just for them too. They 30 years old messing with that girl.
No, Stunner Girl had a very unnecessary attitude. Had a chip on her shoulder 7 days a week and an attitude 8 days a week.
I feel like you can't blame her in that house. They all coming for her.
Yeah, but she
definitely was stunned. Last year,
had that attitude when she came through the door. That I don't think that was a baddies thing. That was just the vibe that she gives in life. It's like she's someone who always has her guard up, and from whatever lifestyle she's living or whatever. But she's that chick to me that's angry on the inside continuously.
Yeah, but you know what? She walked in the door like that because she knew Tommy was gonna be there. Because the auditions, like I said, Tommy jumped in. She said she already had it in her head that she was gonna get Tommy. So she pretty much set the tone for herself, low key. But I commend her for standing her ground and not switching up, not clicking up, not following like someone else on the show.
Yeah.
But who's your favorite?
I don't like none of them. No. Let me think real hard if I can muster up some like for any of them. I'm gonna stand on that.
Who was your least favorite then?
Least favorite would have been Stunner. She's my least favorite. I don't like someone who walks around all day with an attitude. You have an attitude at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just an all day, everyday attitude, period, from waking up to going to sleep. I don't like that. But even with Tommy, and she got a little funky attitude too, but it was at times when you could like vibe and have a good time with Tommy. Same thing with Biggie. Biggie, she's fake as hell too, but you could still, at some times, you could vibe with Biggie. It's like at Stunner, you didn't know what was going to set her off, and just her snobby type of vibe that she gives is just like, I don't like that energy. Her energy, it kills my mood, it kills my vibe because of your energy. So yeah, she was my least favorite. She just was. I wasn't in the most. I'm just saying. So who was your least favorite?
If you've been keeping up, I think it's pretty obvious. I do not care for
Biggie, la perra, la viva, la potra.
Biggie because she's fake and she's a writer. She wants to be everyone's lapdog. If she feel like anybody's in a position of power, she wants to be a lapdog. And if you listen to some of the stuff Stunner was saying when they was arguing, she's like, when you off camera, you want to be cool, you want to apologize, you want to do this, that, or another. And when you sing at the auditions, you tell me you listen to my music and all this. Now we on the show. Look how you act. I don't care for people who can't hold their own ground or remain themselves.
I think she was being herself. Fake.
I don't like that. I don't care for the fraudulent and all that. Girl, get going. One time he said, for those who don't have an identity, go find it.
Find yourself, bitch.
Biggie doesn't really have an identity, so she click up with people to try to give this facade, but it's truly not her.
Yeah, well, I think the fake person that Biggie showed herself to be on the show is the person that Biggie is. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, it's a personality. Whether you like it, you love it, you don't, you do. It's her. I don't care. I don't like none of them. So it is what it is on her.
Every show need a lapdog.
But Roly Poly, she was cool people. So if anybody on that show, I could almost say that I could vibe with, I would say it would be Roly Poly.
Why would you like?
And she was on some business stuff. Women being unified and doing something positive with the platform. So I could roll with her on that aspect of of who she was. The whole show, on the show. It made for good content. It made for TV. It was for TV type of thing. But like I said, if there's anybody that I could possibly vibe with, I would say it would be Roly Poly. Don't necessarily have anything against her. I just don't see myself as being friends with her in real life.
Wow. Well, I like Roly. Roly is cool. Like I said, she's giving big mama energy. Like she up there trying to help the girls out, let them know who's their friend, who's not their friend. Like we seen her do it with Scotty, we seen her do it with Biggie. You know, she's kind of like an OG at the house. She is OG at the house and a voice of reason at the same time. Yeah, she be in there, you know, throwing them, but at the same time, she's the voice of reason.
It ain't no fake shit with me. Yeah. Because I can't fake shit with nobody.
You know who was pretty boring to me?
Who?
But they said she turned up at the reunion.
Who?
DJ Sky Baby. I don't really.
The fake DJ?
I was like, with her, she gives want to be main character energy, but they is not allowing her to be like a main character.
They could have did the entire show without her. And it would have been okay. It would have been okay.
It would have been a hit or a miss.
They could have had a DJ at the club, a different DJ every single event, and we would not have missed Sky.
Period. DJ Sky High Baby. You know vibes.
They could have kept her. You know.
Then what about Razor?
Razor. The thing about Razor, at the beginning of the season, when she was drunk, she was being a drunk.
Mm-hmm.
She was more for content.
Yeah.
Not. I think somewhere along the line, someone told her it wasn't a good look for her brand and for herself.
They told her on the show. Natalie and Tommy.
I'm saying like they told her a couple of times on the show, but she was still getting drunk. But then somewhere, I think somebody who maybe whose opinion she actually values must have told her
probably London
to clean it up. The way she was looking when she got drunk was just terrible, you know, and bad for her brand, bad for herself, whatnot. Because the last, I would say, maybe 3 episodes, you really didn't see too much or hear too much about Razor, period. And then when you see like this last episode, this final episode, you pretty much just see her sitting around quiet. They'll show her. She's just sitting there. She's not yelling. She's not screaming. She's not engaging. She's not doing anything. She's just sitting there. So it's like when she's sober and in her right mind, she's blah. She has to be drunk in order to be content. And so, unfortunately, for this particular show, they want energy. They wanted Razor drunk, so Natalie can get the views. And once Razor decided to sober up, she became more like a DJ Sky, kind of irrelevant to the show. Which I ain't mad about it. Razor is, you know, she's beautiful, tatted and all. She's still beautiful, and like you said, she has a brand. She's a businesswoman. I'd rather you hold yourself in a better light than the one that you had before. Anyway, you know that her being drunk, that shit was irritating. Watching them episodes when she was just drunk and in people's face and just going around and around, I wanted to jump on the scene to say a few things, but yeah, she became boring. Okay, so what about Low London?
London was cool. She was just a little chatty, just a little mouthy at the wrong time. Other than that, she thought she a good vibe. Like she just want to make money. She just want to go out. That's it.
I liked her style. I really did.
I like the way she dressed.
The little berets or whatnot. I saw you, girl. She was cute. She's cute. But like you said, she talked too damn much. She couldn't be a friend of mine.
I already know it's finna be a problem.
She talked too much. She would irritate the hell out of me with her little slick remarks and little, you know, snooty comments or whatever. But she seems like the type who says things and doesn't know that they're rude and they're disrespectful. She's just speaking her mind. You know, I'm just saying what's on my mind. Now understanding that not everything that you think has come out your mouth.
Right.
Sometimes you can just hold it in.
And what about Scotty?
Scotty with the body. I think Scotty was there on a pass, pretty much. She was there on a Natalie pass.
Yeah, I feel like, again, because last season Scotty really don't bring much, but it's like, if anything, she's a target in a way. Like, they target her. She's like the punching bag of the season, low-key. That's how I'm starting to feel like. She good vibes, but...
Right, she's like just a character on the show. She's not a main character. She's not a villain. She's not a superhero. She's just a character in the show type of thing. You know, somebody just there. I don't want to say background because she's in the front to a certain extent because she's always, you know, in the middle of something, but she's not important. She's not an important character. That's what it is.
Right.
She's not an important
character. She don't make or break the show.
Right. And she was just there on Natalie's coattail. So
what about Miss Cat?
Miss Cat. She was background noise.
What?
Background noise. Once again, another character who didn't really bring much of anything to the show, I would
I had a
say.
good fucking time. I needed a little razzle dazzle, you know.
Now, I feel like she was there at one point to be a buffer for Stunner Girl.
What you mean?
Because it just seems like Stunner Girl was always separated, and she was there to go and talk to her, calm her down, see what's on her mind type of thing. Because earlier seasons, she would always be with her. I guess when it got a little hot, a little heated, as far as people kept jumping Stunner Girl, Kat kind of separated herself, or the show separated her from Stunner Girl. When she was with Stunner Girl, she had more to say.
Yeah.
And she was more involved in the show. And then when that went to pass, she just became background noise. She was just there.
Who else? Who else got? Krishan the Rock.
Krishan. You know, I like her to a certain extent, but comparing her to this season versus last season, I felt some kind of way. I felt for her last season. This season, she got on my nerves.
All right, I kind of feel like this season, when I hear Blueface and stuff talk to her, or when he talks about her in interviews, like the Krishan we seen this season, that's the everyday Krishan.
Attitude was a little more stank.
I feel like she always been like that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, she didn't show it as much last season.
No.
That's what I'm saying. This season she showed it a little more. Last season I felt for her. This season I don't feel for her. I take all back all the feeling I had last season.
No, I don't take it back.
I take it all back because, like I said, the way she was coming this season, like you said, it was probably her all along. But to me, there was a noticeable difference, and it was more irritating. I would say this season. But I'm not mad at her about it to a certain extent because, you know, she felt like she's a star. Yeah. And y'all using me. Natalie was using me.
And
so
she say that
too. She got cocky with it this season. Like, if y'all gonna use me, I'm gonna call some shots.
And it's true. Unfortunately, like Krishan bigger than the show. And then it got to the point where the president knew about her and Blueface relationship. The president don't know about Baddies West, unfortunately.
He don't know Natalie.
All right. He know Krishan Rock though. What about Tommy? Tommy.
I don't care for Tommy. Tommy to me seems like she's aged past her relevance. So she's still trying to be relevant, but trying to be relevant in something that's for a younger crowd. Yeah. Now, I'm not knocking Tommy's age or Natalie's. Like I said, both of them are still attractive women. But I think that they're trying to be relevant in a young girl's game.
I identify very well with myself.
In a young girl's game, right. And to me, it's like, Tommy, you're making a fool of yourself. You can't compare to the 20-something-year-old girl.
Right, because Tommy's in her late 30s.
Right, you can't compare.
And you fighting 24-year-old.
And I think
real beef, making real beef.
And I think the reason why is because she's jealous of that youth. Because no matter what you do, no matter how much surgery you get, how much makeup you put on, you can't really duplicate youth. You know,
yeah.
Stunner Girl is young and she's cute. She's 24. If you're 10 years, 12 years older than her, you just are. So I think that for me, it would have been a better look to go ahead, I'm 30-something, and hold yourself like a queen. You know, I'm not trying to compare myself to them. I'm in my own lane.
Right.
But actually dress different, talk different, move different, act different. You would try to act just like them. Oh, they ghetto, I'm going to be ghetto-er. So it was just like,
sad.
Yeah, Tommy was like
going out sad.
Right. You trying to hold on to something that you can't. You holding on to sand, baby. It give it up. You know, and then you trying to be a rapper. Yeah, give it up.
Yeah, I don't really care for Tommy because, like I said, at that age, like you say, you got 10 plus years on that girl probably. And on top of that, instead of being like more of a big sister in the house, you was more like the problem. You getting drunk and you trying to give advice, and then one day you want to be producer, the next day you want to be a chick from the streets. Like it's giving hot mess, bigger than life. Like this my world, y'all living in it, and I just don't care for her personality. The way you feel about Stun is how I feel about Tommy. Then what about Miss Natalie Nunn?
She none.
I like
Natalie is a businesswoman.
Yeah, that's
making money.
She's fake as hell, but her fakeness is for a reason.
Natalie is a boss. Nobody can take that away from you. You are a boss. You may have some little shady ways about you. I mean, that was amazing.
You got the right person for this show because Natalie doesn't mind being fake. She doesn't mind not having friends. She doesn't mind being the enemy. She doesn't mind being the asshole. She doesn't mind being all that. She does that and she takes it straight to the bank.
She does.
So it's like you can say what you want about Natalie, but her bank account is bigger than mine. So
And right,
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Natalie made her own lane.
Okay, well, that is our review on Baddies West, their final episode. Internet got a question. So, who do you think should return from season 3 to season 4 of Baddies? Now that we've given you
Our 2 cents. Let us know. Drop your 2 cents below. See ya.